So we stopped by the visitor center, which was really nice for a little town like this. And of course, the museums are closed. So you have, what's her name? Woodrow Wilson's wife was born and raised here. So we have that museum we wanted to hit, but it's closed. But we do have this. I don't know if it's the world's biggest pencil, but it's pretty darn big. And now we're gonna hit a farmer's market. Hopefully the rain's going to let go here.
That's where we're going later. 2 o'clock.
Oh, I bet this is cute when the sun goes down. Let's head into the grind and get some coffee.
And I hope you write in at some point. You can find me on
Here's Skeeter's home of the Skeeter dog.
PH on Steven
You want a shot of half and half? Or almond milk? Almond milk's not going to give you flavor. Look, you get flavor. I want that limited one.
This is one long main street. Here's old Vanny Van Gogh with the pencil in the background. When Wythe County was formed, this place became the county seat under the name of Evesham. It was incorporated in 1839 as Wytheville. The old wilderness road to Cumberland Gap passed here. In June 1863, Toland's raiders captured the town. In May 1864, Everell passed here on a raid. The town was again occupied by Union troops in December 1864 and April 1865. It is always something. I don't know if you can see part of the doghouse back there. Well, on the way home from the trip you're actually watching right now, old Vanny Van Gogh started idling real high. And I just had this company send me this work light, which worked out great. Even in the daytime, I can't really see under here because there's a lot of shadows. This light comes with magnets to put it on anything metal, and then also a hook if needed. Here's the area with just natural light, and here it is with that work light. Light also comes with some discs that you can put wherever you want, and then magnetically attach the light. And it comes with a USB cable to recharge. I'll leave a link below if you'd like to pick up one of these lights. That's cool. Time capsule, open in 2100. So the Bolling Wilson Hotel is going to be 100 years old in 2 years. So I'm sure they'll be celebrating their centennial, but it is now an upscale 30-room hotel here in Wytheville. We're going to hop off Main Street and go look at the first physician of Wytheville's home. It's a museum, not open on a Saturday. Let's go take a look. It is the Haller Gibney Rock House Museum, home of the first resident physician. Let's take a look inside. There's that old glass with the bubbles in it. I don't know if you can see in there. Some old chairs. Like that's an old piano. Can you see that in there? And there's like a dining room table on the other end. Some beautiful pine floors. That is one pretty home. Here's Withers Park and McWine Pool. Must be the community pool. And on that same site we got the love sign. L represents the role the railroad played. O showcases the hot air balloon. V depicts the two interstates that cross here. E honors the history of baseball. As we walk down this little alleyway and I show you this mural, remember, if you like our videos, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, share with your friends, comment. It all helps out the channel. Of course, Woodrow Wilson, because his wife lived here. How beautiful is this? Of course, we walked it the wrong way, but it starts here at 1875. This was commissioned as a gift to the town in memory of Edith Bolling Wilson. There's a comedian playing here, Caroline, oh, I forget her last name. I'll put a picture of her up. She'll be playing here soon. Yeah, here she is. Caroline Ray, actress and comedian. Yeah, we found another store to look around. I could just roam these places for hours upon hours. Of course, you got a lot of people that sell new stuff, but look at that. I put that in the back of the van at Christmas time. I'm gonna put a picture of a Sheetz gas station right here. It's in Mount Airy, exit 11 off of 74. Leave in the comments the significance of it. And at the end of the video, I'll tell you if you're right, and I will tell you the significance of it. I could look at this old stuff for hours upon hours. The old Oro cans. I had a friend that had a Shell gas station, and he had, ooh, these are full. He had a Shell oil can, but what was funny about it is, let me show you here. It was Shell here, but it was Amco gas station caps. Even back in the 70s and 80s, things were made in the same place, including motor oil. Leave a comment below if you know what any of this stuff is for. This is where I might draw the line. Bone saw, a bat, a tarantula. Dawn, how was JoJo's Attic?
Oh, it was fun.
Yeah.
Way to kill time and
I could kill a whole day in a place like that. A lot of new stuff made to look old, but a hell of a lot of old stuff. All right, off to the next thing. Yeah, they have a radio station playing all over town, so I can talk when they're talking. You can hear them. But then when their song's playing, I gotta hold off. Here's the big pencil. I'd say he's 20 foot, maybe 25 foot. Lunchtime, where do you want to go?
I think I want to try the Skeeter, world famous hot dog.
All right, Skeeter's it is. Skeeter's, home of the world famous Skeeter dog. Pretty cute place. 100 years old.
Thank you.
No, there's a glare, but look at these prices. $2.65. And then specialty dogs, $5. So how was our probably cheapest meal in 10 years?
I mean, it's cheaper than McDonald's. How crazy was
Yeah,
that?
$11, a little over $11. How was it though?
It was delicious.
Yeah,
That was
well
the
worth
best
it.
hot dog.
I haven't had a hot dog in a couple years probably, and that was great. So were the fries. Well, we were told that all the museums were closed on Saturdays, but the Wilson Museum is open. We made it in.
Okay.
We're gonna watch a video. Well, maybe we'll put a link to YouTube to this video. She said this video is actually on YouTube, so we'll put a link to this video and we'll watch it and get back to you. That was an interesting story. Like I said, I'll link it below.
We are a museum.
That way you can watch it.
But anyway, that's where the confusion was. I know you all signed the guest book.
Look at this
but we have
old.
a guest book right up here.
Wow.
If you all would sign your name.
Wallpaper down here was a
So
storefront,
if you would.
but she was born and raised upstairs. Up to 20 relatives lived in the area upstairs. She says it's unrestored, but this is literally the entrance they would have used. Whoa.
So this is the room where Edith was born. The wallpaper that you see under the green wallpaper, you can see here at the fireplace and that wall. The blue paper, we believe, is original to the Bolling home.
This is her father's original desk. This was his office. He was an attorney and a judge. There was another family that ultimately lived here, so there were a lot of changes made, but a lot of this is original. They used pictures and things of her and her family that shows things like the wallpaper in the background. So here it is. This is the house they lived in. And there's the house we live in. So the nice lady at the museum, her and her husband own it, and they're trying to slowly restore it. She told me Wytheville is named after George Wythe, a signer of the Declaration of Independence. We're going to head over here. There's a pretty cool view from the rooftop there. It says 5-person max, but whew, we had 5 people in there. All right, we're gonna go up to the 4th floor and then walk up a flight of steps to get to the rooftop area. The bourbon floor. It's themed after things that Edith liked, and evidently she loved her bourbon. A certain flower, lily, I think. I'll ask Dawn. And then canaries. So the whole hotel is themed after those things. So that was the bourbon floor. Now we're gonna go up to the perch. And did I mention Vanny Van Gogh? So we're back at the visitor center where it all got started. They're having the Baba Festival at Willowbrook, Jackson, Umber, Homestead and Musuem. And like Dawn just said, got this Homestead down here, and then all of a sudden McDonald's, Wendy's, Lowe's. So I try to look up some information about this Homestead. Not a whole lot of information, but this didn't necessarily exist here. But all these buildings were brought here to kind of show you how life was back in the 17 and 1800s. This guy's name's Noah Spencer. He was on The Voice a couple years ago.
Ain't no changing weather. Ain't no change. Seen long times when I could not find a friend, but I always thought that I'd see you again.
So this road right here, which is out in front of the homestead we were just at, was the only road, old Route 21, that went from Ohio at the Great Lakes to Florida. Hence the Great Lakes to Florida Highway. And this gas station was the only gas station at the time in this area for people to stop. It's now a museum. Of course, it's closed. The Wytheville Visitor Center building and land and stuff was donated by the family that built and owned this gas station. They owned a bunch of property here. Looks like there's maybe an accident on the highway. But we were at Wytheville's smallest church, one of America's smallest churches. Look at that little thing. Dawn's already gone inside.
You must feel your skin melting.
Looks like it maybe holds 10, 12 people. It was built in 2010 to give people a place to come and worship. Alright, well that was beautiful. Right here in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Look at those Blue Ridge Mountains. We're about 20 minutes outside of Wytheville at the big Walker Overlook. We're gonna try to climb that tower. But there's also a country store here. Darn already went in, but I was messing with this stupid camera trying to get it figured out. So let's go and take a look around the country store. Old little country store. Ooh, Dawn said she already got a magnet. Ooh. Sweet.
I'm gonna go outside and listen to the music.
Well, it'd be like going to the roof 3 times if I did that.
Alright, we'll grab that.
We decided against it. It's $8 a person, and that's a lot of steps. Old Chevy. This area was originally a lookout for the Battle of Wythe during the Civil War. From the top of that tower, you can see what?
Virginia, North Carolina, Tennessee, and West Virginia.
Well, the evening's upon us, and we made it to Seven Sisters Brewery. Got a sticker. Dawn's inside having a beer. Mine is sitting there, but I just wanted to bring that out to the van. They have bands going. I think one just left. Another one's supposed to come later. And they got a food truck. Here it is. Seven Sisters. And someone else's sister. Got games and stuff outside. And then the band went with a red ale, Reba. What'd you get?
A mango sour. It's really good.
Try the mango sour.
You never get sours, but you like sours.
Oh, that is good. Yeah, may have to do one of those. The live music has started. Thanks to Seven Sisters Brewing in Wytheville, Virginia, and RV Overnights, we will be sleeping in the parking lot, and we're gonna head home in the morning. We made it back to old Vanny Van Gogh, watching a little bit of Seinfeld. So going back to earlier when I talked about the sheets, it is at exit 11 on Route 74 in Mount Airy, North Carolina. That is where Chang and Ang Bunker lived. The original Siamese twins. They settled down in North Carolina, and actually where that Sheets is where one of the brothers had their home. The other brother was at Mayberry Campground. All right, well, that's it. We will pick you up again next time we go out. I think we're gonna be, I don't know when we're going out. So there it is, there's Wytheville, Virginia. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, give us a thumbs up. It all helps out the channel, and we'll see you again real soon. Not sure when, but we'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.